Not less than 19 persons have been confirmed dead when gunmen on Sunday engaged security operatives in a street gun battle after the gunmen attacked a church and a police post at Makhatchkala and Daban cities of northern Caucasus region of Dagestan province in Russia. Reports also indicated that Russian military personnel later surrounded the gunmen and killed 6 of them and arrested 2 sons of a community held in Dagestan. The gunmen had operated almost successfully, moving from street to street, killing some policemen in close range according to videos of eyewitnesses posted online. 4 civilians, including a priest, and 15 police officers were killed by the gunmen in the coordinated simultaneous attacks in Russia's southern part of Dagestan province. According to Al Arabian News, Russian troops neutralized at least 6 gunmen following an attack on a synagogue, an Orthodox church and a police post in Dagestan. At least 15 police officers were killed in the attack, according to local authorities. Gunmen shot at a synagogue and church in Daban, as well as a police post in Makhatchkala. Gunmen opened fire at a synagogue, an Orthodox church and a police post in attacks across 2 cities in Russia's North Caucasus region of Dagestan on Sunday, killing an Orthodox priest and at least 15 police officers, the region's health said. This is a day of tragedy day for Dagestan and the whole country, Sergei Melikov, governor of the Dagestan region, said in a video published early on Monday on the Telegram messaging app. The simultaneous attacks across the cities of Makhatchkala and Daban came 3 months after 145 people were killed in an attack claimed by the ISIS on a concert hall near Moscow, Russia's worst terrorist attack in years. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the attacks in the volatile North Caucasus region. We understand who is behind the organization of the terrorist attacks and what goal they pursued, Melikov said, without disclosing further details. Russia's state media cited law enforcement as saying that among the attackers had been 2 sons of the head of central Dagestan Synagogue district, who it said had been detained by investigators. Melikov said that among the dead, in addition to the police officers, were several civilians, including an Orthodox priest who worked in Daban for more than 40 years. 6 of the gunmen were shot and killed as the incidents unfolded, Melikov said. Russian state news agencies cited the National Anti-Terrorist Committee as saying that 5 of the gunmen had been killed. Reuters could not independently verify the reports on how many people or gunmen were killed in the attacks. June 24th to 26th have been declared days of mourning in Dagestan, Melikov said, with flags lowered to have staff and all entertainment events cancelled. The resting region was in the 2000s hit by an extremist insurgency spilling over from neighboring Chechnya, with Russian security forces moving aggressively to combat extremists in the region. In recent years, attacks have become rarer, with Russia's Federal Security Service, FSB, saying it in 2017 that it had defeated the insurgency in the region. The agencies reported exchanges of gunfire in the center of Makhatchkala. They cited the Interior Ministry as saying that exits from the Caspian Sea port of around 600,000 had been closed, and that conspirators who were still at large may yet attempt to flee the city. About 125 kilometers, 75 miles, south of Makhatchkala, gunmen attacked a synagogue and a church in Daban, home to an ancient Jewish community and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Authorities were quoted as saying that both the synagogue and church were ablaze, and that 2 attackers had been killed. Russian media cited the head of the country's Federation of Jewish Communities as calling for people to avoid reacting to provocations. In Israel, the foreign ministry said the synagogue in Daban had been burned to the ground and shots had been fired at a second synagogue in Makhatchkala. The statement said it was believed there were no worshippers in the synagogue at the time. Russian authorities have pointed to militant elements in previous incidents in the region. In October, after the war in Gaza broke out, rioters waving Palestinian flags broke down glass doors and rampaged through Makhatchkala airport to look for Jewish passengers on a flight arriving from Tel Aviv. Russian President Vladimir Putin accused the West and Ukraine of stirring up unrest inside Russia in connection with the incident. Al Arabian News report ends in quote. As at the time of filing in this report, more details about the incident is to be briefed by the heads of security agencies in Russia.
OsazuwaAkonedo, bringing you the news in a more digital way.